Hello, today we're going to go over the traffic count tutorial. First, you want to navigate to your R drive, watch soup folder, and then traffic count folder. Here you have a shortcut for traffic count, and if you'd like you can drag that to your desktop for more accessibility, and then of course you can just click it from there. It's going to give you a warning because there are macros in this file. Click OK, and this is your screen. Here at Intralink, we differentiate between TIRF traffic count and everything else. So if you have a TIRF, we have the three categories of that: F-16s, KC-135s, and then CASA, etc. So suppose you have a CASA departure. We're going to select TIRF to get the submenu, highlight CASA, highlight departure, and now we can see that CASA is blue, and this top number is blue, and this bottom number is gray. That's because those boxes correspond to the other boxes of their like color. So we're going to add one. Now we can see that we've had one CASA operation, and we've had one total IFR departure today. Let's say we were to have a CASA arrival. Now we see that we've had one total CASA operation today, and we've had, or actually not today, within the last, within the 6-hour period, and then we've had two total IFR ops today. So this number corresponds to the total IFR operations. It could be a C5, it could be a UAS, it could be whatever. So we're going to add one. Let's suppose you added too many and you're subtracting from your total, and you click the bottom button to subtract. Now there's a 0 on top, which means there have been 0 CASA ops, and there's a 1 down here, which means there have been 1 total IFR operation. If we try to click subtract again, you can't do it because there have been no CASA operations. So this is one of the features that enables the program to ensure that traffic count numbers always are always equal. Okay. Vehicle is simple. There's only it's just vehicles. Click add, click subtract. It's pretty straightforward. As you can see, there's a label here that is kind of a cheat label or helper label, and this tells you gives you more information about what that number represents, just in case you forget. If you want to disable that, if it's annoying you, you can just click this radial button right here. I don't know if you can see my mouse on the screen, but we're going to unclick that, and then see the helper buttons have disappeared. Alright. This top button over here is monthly totals. This enables you to view previous reports or also the current month. So we can go back to January, for instance, and we can see the operations that were recorded in January. Or I've also got the numbers from November, partial November, and I think all of October in here. And then we can click the back button here. And also for February, this number is current as of today. So today, from the first hour of the first day of February, that's what's in here. You can look at the 6-hour matrix, which shows you how many operations have occurred in this 6-hour traffic count period. So from 1800 to midnight, this is what we've had. And then we'll click the back, or the close button to go back. Aside from entering traffic count, you might need to print out a 3623 at the end of the month. And we can do that down here at the bottom of the screen. What we're going to do is we're going to click the month from the drop-down box. So let's choose January. Why not? Let's choose January this year. And we're going to click Generate AF Form 3623. We're going to get a warning that says don't move your mouse, don't click your mouse, don't touch the keyboard, basically click OK and do nothing until it's finished. If you were to click a button, what would happen is you're changing the focus of where the cursor is located, and that's going to put all that number and data wherever you put the cursor. So if you were to click the internet, it would mess with your internet and just make it go crazy. Alright, so I got a little ding. It may be quiet. If you have your speakers off, you won't hear the ding. You'll just notice that it's finished. We've opened up 3 pages, and these are all individual forms, and you could print them out right now if you wanted to, but we don't need to print them out. I've already done that. So I'm just going to close them all. Do I want to save? No, no, and no. And this says, if you can read it, it says finished. Okay. I'm sitting at the WatchSoup computer, and if you accidentally click complete ATARs, you don't have to worry. It's not going to break the program. It's just going to say ATARs wasn't found on this computer. So, in order to complete ATARs, you need to open this program on the Flight Data Ground computer where ATARs is installed. Okay, now we're at the Flight Data Ground control computer, and once again, when you open the program, you're going to have this notice. Click open. Here we are. And as a note, you can enter traffic count on multiple computers simultaneously. So if the WatchSoup has this program open and the person in ground has this program open, you can both click arrivals and departures. Of course, if you both click, let's say one C5 lands and you both click IFR arrival, then it's going to count one extra click. It doesn't know what's happening in the real world, it just knows what's clicked. But it is nice to know that both of you can alternate in recording vehicle ops or whatever. Alright, so now we're going to generate the ATARS report. So let's go do one for January. We select our month from the drop-down box, hit complete ATARS. Once again, we have a notice to remind us not to touch anything after we hit OK. This is going to open the ATARS program for you, and it's also going to put in the password and enter all the data for you. Okay, now we're going to hit complete ATARS, and it's going to open the ATARS program for you, put in the password, and then go through each month entering the data. So now we're on day 11, 12, we're halfway through. And we're finished. Close it, and then if you wanted to get a report or whatever, you can still do that from this position. Okay, let's say you entered the ATARS data halfway through the month, or maybe you put the ATARS in at the last day of the month, but it was 6 o'clock and you had a couple more unexpected aircraft ops. You could click, you could click arrival or departure a couple times. Of course, now it's February, so let's say I made a couple changes. You could make your changes. Oops. Click make your changes. I'll choose February this time just for GWiz. We're going to click complete ATARS, and we're going to go OK. So it's February 1st, and that means that all the data for this month is going to be zeros. So, whoops, I think I may have accidentally clicked January. Let's do February. Close that. Exit. Alright, let's try February. Okay, here we go. So now we're going through February, and it's all zeros. So that's not going to hurt anything. You've only got data for the first of the month. And essentially what it's going to do is just go through and fill zeros for the remaining days. Alright, that's finished. I can close it and go on. And then tomorrow, if I wanted to do ATARS, I could do it again, and it would just fill in the extra data. So that's pretty much it on using the traffic count program. I forgot to mention that you may, I don't know if it's going to show up because I hit pause. On one or two occurrences, I've hit complete ATARs and something loses focus. For whatever reason, the focus got sent back over here to this program or something, and it didn't work. So don't worry, just let it finish its course and retry, and it'll work the next time.